Okay, so I'm going to do an installation video for these Clek Fllo car seats in our 2013 Prius. We have had this Prius as our family car for about 4 years now, and last year we bought these because they were the only car seats we could fit 3 of in the back. So I'm going to show you how we put those 3 car seats into the back seat here. 2 tips. 1, get yourself a paper clip. Binder style is good. Anything that's a good tight clip. And move your front seats as far forward as they can go so you have more room getting in and maneuvering the car seats around. Okay, I'm going to do the 2 forward facing ones first on the opposite side because those 2, the seat belt hooks are right next to each other, so you have to do those 2 basically at the same time. Alright, so I've got my first car seat, which I'm going to put all the way over on this side. This will be a forward-facing car seat. So my biggest tip with installing these is pull your seat belt all the way out and then put a clip at the top of the seat belt so that it stays fully extended.
Here I just wanted to briefly show you how it looks when it's clipped. This really is a game changer when putting these in, so I highly recommend putting a clip on.
Because we have 3 car seats going in, you want to get it over to the edge as much as possible. With these, we're using the seat belts for all 3 because there are 3 rear anchors, but there are only 2 sets of seat belt anchors at the base. And if you use those, you won't be able to use the 3rd middle seat belt. They just won't fit in properly. So you have to do all seat belts for these. Now, if you get a little bit closer, you'll see on both sides of this, there's this piece here, and this red piece allows you to align your seatbelt up properly, and this piece up here will lock it after it's in place. So you take your seatbelt, make sure it's straight, and feed it through the back. You can reach through the other side and grab it and pull it through, and then go ahead and hook it in. And then you want to make sure the bottom is straight and all the way pulled through as far as you want it to go. And then the top one you pull back through so it goes through this top hook. And then you close that and you latch it. Okay, so you don't want it completely tightened up just yet. That's where you hook it later. But you don't want it completely tightened up yet because you need the other car seat next to it before you tighten it up. Make sure they both fit in there. So I'm going to get the other car seat and hook it in. So these 2 car seats have to be hooked together so both of the belt locks are right here. So you're going to have to take your middle seat belt. I'm going to take this clip off here now and pull this one all the way out and clip it, and then feed the seat belt through here. So now that I've done that, move in. I don't want to pinch your fingers. Okay, so it'll look a little bit lopsided, but once you get them all in and tightened, they'll sit pretty straight. So this one needs to be moved over now that it's hooked in. And I'm just going to slide it through that bottom slot so that the seat belt is straight. And then I'm going to pull it up so it's tightened up a bit through that top latch section. and push the car seats over so that they're right up next to each other. You can see it's right inside the door there. Then on this side, I'm going to come around and see this side. So now that I've got this one in place, it's as directly centered as I'm going to get it. So I pull this seatbelt tight up through here, and then you push that clip down and flip the lock up like that. Then you can take the clip off the car seat. Then I will tighten this one over here, and then we can put the rear facing one on this side. Ready? Okay, so now that I've got that middle one in place, I want to tighten up the side, so I pull this as tight as it'll go. You can see it's lined up down here so that it doesn't slip out. And I'm going to close that and lock it. And make sure that's tightened up. So that's a little bit loose, but once you get the other car seat on the other side, there's really no moving room. So you can put all forward facing or all rear facing because they're a solid, I believe it's 18 inches wide all the way. So this and this are the same width. It doesn't get any wider in the middle. So that's the nice thing about these car seats. Most car seats, they have kind of pillowy, puffy sides, armrests, and cup holders and things. These are just really straight cut so that you can fit more car seats in more easily. So we're going to go around and I'm going to show you how to put in a rear facing, because the hooks are a little bit different, and if you don't watch this, you will have to read the manual to figure it out. For the rear facing seats, they have this bar, and it slides in here. There's little locks in here so you can take it out when you want it to be forward facing. But basically it just braces the seat against the back of the car so that if you are in an accident, it can't really go anywhere. If the front seat pushes it back, that bar locks it and braces it so that it can't move backwards. So I'm going to put this one in. They are quite heavy. Okay, so you get that in place, and the forward facing, you have to slide it through the back here. But for Finn, out. So there's two little tabs here at the front of the seat. And you push those in, and this pops up and pulls out. And you see these blue latches. So what you do is you pop those open, and you want to feed your seat belt through there. Now I'm going to get my clip out and put that right there. And there's an opening down here. You slide the seat belt through, slide it through this side, and then you find your latch down here somewhere. And you hook it in. Then you position it where you want, right next to the other seat. Make sure you're at the right level here. They have lines on the side to show you where the appropriate position is. And you then proceed to tighten the seatbelt to where you need it. Now you don't have to tighten the whole thing because you have two locks. You can see there's a little cover here that covers the edge of the seat belt. So after you get that in there, you slide that over and lock it. And then you can tighten the other side and lock that one. And take your clip off. And you can tighten it a little bit more. We're moving these to a different car, so I'm not going to tighten it extremely well. If you're trying to get it really good and tight, I suggest putting a foot or a knee in the car seat and putting as much pressure on it as you can while you're pulling the seatbelt. That's the best way to get it locked in place because your weight is pushing it down into place where it needs to be. So after you lock that in, you just take the seat and you feed the belt, the crotch strap back through the hole, slide it in there, and it will lock into place. And then you have 3 car seats in. You can see it's fully inside the door. The door has no problem closing at all. And you could put this in the center, that would be fine. For us, I find it's easier having it on one side. That way if the baby's sleeping, you can get him out without waking him up easier. And the big girl's in the middle so she can climb in by herself. You could also put 2 rear facing. Like I said, they're the same width all the way through the car seat, so it doesn't matter what position you put in. You could do all rear facing, all forward facing, half and half. You can probably mix these well with other car seats if you have a slightly wider vehicle. I'll check the measurements and put it in the description below, and I'll put a link for where you can buy the car seat at. So these were a great find for us. I found it randomly on a person's Twitter post that they had been dreading buying a van, and they found these car seats that were able to fit in their 2013 Prius, and so we decided to get them, and they've been really, really great car seats for us. So I hope that helps you, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment down below, and I will get back to you on those.